Well, I can't.
The match stayed in your old body.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'll make sure that I'll leave it.
I'm bad.
I couldn't open settings. My apologies.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Or is there no?
Once I find out, that way once I find out, then I can.
Definitely do that with her, so she can be on our next weekend. Okay. And you know.
What time is it?
1 minute.
Me too.
You know.
Okay.
And
Okay. All right. Good evening. This is regular meeting in Mayor Council of Borough of Gardens held on March 26, 2019. I call this meeting to order and declare a quorum present. Would everybody please rise to the pledge of allegiance to the flag of our country, and please remain standing for a moment of silence for our military.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May be seated. This meeting has been advertised in one newspaper, the Daily Record, in compliance with the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act. Attendance?
Councilwoman Cheatham. Here. Councilman Glass.
Here.
Councilwoman Hitchcock.
Here.
Councilwoman White. Here. Councilman Lorenzo.
Present.
Councilwoman Garcia Montez.
Present.
Okay, I'd like a motion to accept the minutes of March 12, 2019.
So motion to accept the minutes for March 12, 2019. As received.
All in favor?
Aye.
Correspondence?
From Anderson and Densler, we received 7 bids, March 13th, for the improvements to Polk Avenue and Adams Avenue. And he is going, well, the attorney will talk about that tonight, because based on everything at the March 26th council meeting, to American Asphalt and Milling Services in the amount of $77,643. I have a letter here that was given to me from our tax collector, Lorraine Benderoff, and it says, "Thank you for all your help you've afforded me over the years, but due to my failing health, I wish to go unnoticed at this time of my retirement. Please move forward on interviewing for my replacement and advise me when I am covered." And at the last meeting, Miss Williams was here, and she was saying that her personal injury claim that she's filing, I guess supposedly with the borough regarding her steps. She was saying that the person from H.O. Baker never got back to her. And I did get an email from Jennifer, who's the person I turned this over to. And she said, she gave it to me as of the conversation, February 26th, she reached out to Miss Williams. Says, "Deb Evans of the Borough of Victory Gardens has advised me that you are requesting to make a claim." And then she asked her for different things, for information. And when I spoke to her yesterday, she said she never got back to her yet. So it's not that they're not doing anything, they're just waiting for Valerie to get back.
No, were we responsible for her profits?
We're not.
Okay.
But she wants to file a claim and we have to go through the process, okay? But she said, last time she was here, she said that they did nothing to help her, nobody's getting back to her, and that wasn't true because I got the letter from Jennifer. And also, she was saying, and has been saying for a very long time, that she's losing the grant for her steps and everything because nobody's given her what she wants. I did speak with Hugh O'Gorman from Community Development, who is the person that, you know, is the one that says, yes, you're getting something or not getting it. So anyway, he did send me, and I did speak to him, and then he sent me a note. He said, "I never said to Valerie she was not getting the grant. However, she has to comply with the time parameters and requirements of the program. In addition, she should construct the steps on the property she clearly owns, but you think that would go without saying." So he did tell me that he never said she wasn't getting the grant. The grant is still in effect. She has to reconfigure her steps, which he said he spoke to her about, has to get another plan, and her grant amount is good until September 2019. After that, she'll have to recertify for the income. And he said that he told her to build the steps on her property and you cannot encroach on the borough property. So it's not that she's losing the grant, she's just not getting the plans together like they had told her to do.
Can you make that available to Barry? Because that was brought up at the planning board also.
Okay. That's it for,
Thank you.
that's it for correspondence.
And Diane.
Yes. Motion to accept correspondence?
A motion to accept correspondence.
Second.
All in favor? Vouchers. Everyone get a chance to take a look at the voucher list. If there's no questions on any line items, I need a motion to pay the bill.
Motion to pay the bills.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Cheatham? Yes. Councilman Glass?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hedgepath?
Yes.
Councilwoman White? Yes. Councilman Lorenzo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Garcia Montes?
Yes.
Department reports?
Building Department, there was one permit issued, total value of construction $4,500. Everybody has a copy of the property maintenance report.
I have a question on that. Is there a sidewalk on the Franklin Road? The sidewalk not shown, 79 Franklin Road. Oh, down here, okay. Okay.
From municipal court, we received $30.52. The tax department, total tax receipts, month to date, $344,816.54, and year to date, $399,502.94. And there were 2 marriage licenses issued for the month of March, total collected was $56.
I know we just need to.
Okay, so she's there. Okay, committee reports?
Easter party for the town will be April 13th, Saturday, from 1 to 3.
Okay. Anything? That's it. Thank you.
Two things.
Eddie's on vacation for a month. I talked to Hector today, it is. Okay.
Thank you.
When did it start? Vacation?
This week. March 12th.
25th. Well, that's it.
We did interview a new tax collector. She agreed upon, 9,000 as her salary. She would dedicate Thursdays to us. She comes from Mendham and I believe right now she's currently working in Green Pond, isn't it? Green Township. And, she has a long history of doing this job. And I did do some research on her. And she is, full of her community as well as doing very well at being a tax collector. So
How much were we paying
she's,
her?
7,776. 7,776, I believe.
So was this put out to bid?
She don't go out to bid on an employee.
Good job.
You mean not go out to bid, though, to go out.
The
Saying that we're looking
newspaper,
for
the
it.
newspaper.
No, we didn't put it out. I just got the letter from Lorraine, and we had to get somebody in here because she wants to leave as soon as possible. I did look at other people, and so did Joe. But everybody wants a lot more than what, this one's doing.
And Joe said we can cover it in the budget.
Well, I left a note for him. He was supposed to come in yesterday, and I don't know if he was here or not, because he didn't get back to me. It's all
Advertise
corresponding.
it in the newspaper, that's what we're supposed to do.
Well, you don't have to do
Yeah,
that.
but we should.
And this is part-time, right?
Yes. That's what Lorraine is.
Mm-hmm.
So if we didn't advertise it, how did this lady find out that we needed this? Because I, as council, didn't even know until right now that Lorraine wasn't gonna be here. And you interviewed her, so.
Derek gave us her name. Joe gave us somebody else's name, that wanted a lot more money than she did, this new one did.
So all of these people knew before council knew.
All of what people?
The ones that you just said, Derek and,
Well, yeah, because Lorraine told them. I didn't know it either until I got the letter from her.
So I assume personnel recommends her?
Your personnel, Bob.
Yeah, you interviewed her, your personnel, you recommend
I
her?
do recommend her.
Okay.
And how soon is Lorraine gonna be
Also,
vacating?
You want her
For leaving, as soon as
I
possible?
do.
Yeah, she told me as soon as, we find somebody, she wants to go.
Mhm.
How long does that?
I spoke with her also, and I also looked up,
yeah, it doesn't have to be
Our-
heavy, but procedure is,
Well,
it
she
should
has to
be.
be.
Yeah,
We
I
have-
know,
you
but
know.
let's do it the right way, let's, come on. Maybe there's someone here in our own town that
I
can
don't
do the
think
same
so.
thing for cheaper. It's part-time.
Well, compared to
For
the other
the-
towns,
a tax
actually, maybe a
collector-
lot more than
Yeah, I know,
9,000.
but
She asked for
part-time.
more than that, so we still came back with a lower number than what
But
she
it
asked
should be
for.
advertised. That was upon agreement years ago, that jobs should be advertised.
It's not that the lady is not qualified, that's
Yeah,
not
I'm not
what she's.
saying.
Oh, no, I understand what she's saying.
I mean, it's a process that has to be followed, or supposed to be followed. And it seems like all you guys knew about it, but nobody else did. If you knew that was gonna happen, I mean, it would be nice if everyone is in the same boat.
Yeah, and got a resume also, you know,
But
we're blind.
we already went through the whole process, and now we're gonna either approve it or not. But half of us, we don't even know.
Well, that's one of the reasons you have committees.
Yeah.
Right, but the other community has to report what they find it,
And
their findings.
then they make a recommendation as to who it should be.
Right.
Well, is this a recommendation then? Does everybody
She
know?
gives you a
Yeah.
recommendation, now you need a motion.
I motion we put it in the newspaper like, we said we were gonna do. It's on paper. It's the job.
Yeah, and now how do we know how long Lorraine is gonna hang
She
on?
said until we find somebody. It's right in the paper that she sent that Debbie read.
So why don't we agree on how long we'll leave it in the newspaper?
Well, since people usually give 2 weeks notice, what about 2 weeks?
That's fine, as long as people have a chance
You're
to
gonna
see
run
that it was out there.
I don't know what the
That's
cost
very
is,
expensive,
or
right?
if it's
2 weeks.
Yeah, you can't run it for 2 weeks straight.
a week.
A week including Sunday, and then give it 2 weeks for people to apply.
I don't think we need to run it for a week.
It's gonna be expensive to do that.
Yeah. I think if the committee met and the committee recommends her, I don't see what the problem is.
Well, somebody make a motion?
I motion that it goes in the newspaper. So if you don't want it to go in the newspaper, then don't vote on it.
We need a second.
So how many people actually you got interviewed, just one?
One.
So, somebody
One
recommended her.
viable, one
that's-
viable person.
Huh?
It was one viable person that we spoke with.
Is that her resume?
Others were, I have a resume here.
Oh. I mean, that's the personnel committee.
There's a motion made. Is there a second?
That's second one.
She's also a councilwoman.
I mean, we can probably run an advertising regardless, you already interviewed her, so she's a very good candidate for it. If somebody shows up, then we decide which one
That's
to
from our own
pick.
community,
If it would
and I'm all
not,
for
if
it.
it's not, then she's.
But we do have to agree how long we're gonna run it, because it's very expensive to put it in the paper. And, our current tax collector wants to resign yesterday,
Yeah.
so,
So like she said, like 1 week, run it for it, and then she said, use it.
we'll wait 2 weeks.
If anybody shows
So by
up.
next meeting,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Next
fair.
meeting? Okay.
okay.
You have to make a motion,
Or you have to
Make a motion
Yeah, the motion is
to run it for 2 weeks.
1 week,
No.
One week.
and we'll give it 2
Every day?
weeks, no, not every day.
And within the
So what are we doing?
between now and the.
Friday and
next
Saturday.
meeting.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I would do. Everybody goes on Sunday, Sunday's the main
Paper's
day.
important.
Yeah, Sunday's the main day.
Sunday.
So
Okay,
Friday,
so
you
Friday,
agree, you okay
Saturday,
with
Sunday?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this week? And then we'll give it till next meeting?
Can you get it in time?
It's not
then?
gonna go in time.
Can it get in time for Sunday?
Yes.
I think Sunday we should be good.
Alright, let's just do it. How about Saturday?
I think we're good for Saturday.
Try it for Saturday.
We can call them and see.
Try it for Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
So the motion, as I understand it, you're gonna run it in for a week.
No,
No,
Friday,
for the
Saturday.
limited days.
Saturday and Sunday?
Friday, Saturday and Sunday, or Saturday and Sunday?
And
Saturday
following
and
that week,
Sunday. I don't think it needs to
you
go
will
Friday.
interview whoever
And whoever
applies,
calls and applies
and the committee will have a recommendation at the
at
next
the next
meeting.
meeting, correct.
How about that? Is that?
Yeah, it makes sense.
And,
You probably should put in the ad, have to reply by a certain date.
yeah.
Yeah, and they must have all their credentials as well.
Yeah, they have to be certified.
Yeah.
Alright.
Give them till at least on Wednesday to get their
And you'll
resume
notify who
together.
you have now that that's what we're doing.
Okay, I need a motion to run an ad for 1 week in the newspaper.
2 days, Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, Saturday and Sunday.
With the
And then-
understanding,
They have to be certified and
All the
will
requirements
accept,
they need,
Yeah.
all the
accept this
requirements they need
until
to be,
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Okay.
Have till Wednesday to respond?
Mm-hmm.
and then you'll
They should
have
have the
until
resume
that
ready.
following Tuesday to interview.
Right.
Especially if they're certified.
Why give them, if they're interested, then why wait till Wednesday?
Well, to reply by
Reply by Tuesday.
Wednesday's good.
Yeah.
I'm cutting it a little short.
Yeah,
I mean, if you really want a job, you're
You're ready to go,
Yeah.
but Wednesday's fair, because then we have
You're
till
the
next
committee, you're the
Tuesday
committee.
to interview them.
You're the committee, whatever you're comfortable with.
That's it, is that?
That's the motion then. We're gonna run it for Saturday and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Until Wednesday to reply,
Wednesday to reply.
and then hopefully.
And
we
all the
can-
with
I'll
all
be
the
able to do
requirements.
any kind of interview from then until Tuesday.
Okay.
And ask Joe about.
Yeah, I've already asked them, I'm just waiting for them to reply.
Okay.
So everybody good?
Okay, that's the motion.
Here with this second.
Second.
Okay, roll call.
Councilwoman Cheatham?
Yes.
Councilman Glass?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hedgepath?
Yes.
Councilwoman White?
Yes.
Councilman Lorenzo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Garcia Montez?
Yes.
Any other committee reports? I'd like a motion to accept committee reports. Oh, yes.
Too late. I went around, downtown, and, I see, I think about 3 or 4, water drain with problems with it.
The storm drains?
Storm drain, yeah.
Yeah, they're marked.
You guys are aware about it?
Yep, yeah, we have cones up and, Leon's aware of it.
Okay, so somebody's working on that already, so you have to repair, because one of them is, it has a pretty big hole
Right.
right next to it, so.
You're right on the corner here.
The one right.
Yeah, going up Washington. Right on the
Yes.
corner, I noticed
Actually,
that
it's
today.
four right
That was a
now.
pretty dangerous one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, alright, that's about it.
Thank you. Okay, I'd like a motion to accept the committee reports.
So motion accepts our committee reports?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So with regard to this new business item, I have reviewed, the contract submitted in response to our bid process proposals. Leon Hall recommended, American asked for a milling. I find their bid to be in order. They were the lowest bidder, and I have no objection to the council awarding the contract to them. Any questions, I will try to answer them for you.
How much is the bidding on that?
The bids ran from, $77,643.38 to $122,000. The funding is $110,000. The construction cost estimate was $85,000. American asked for bid the $77,000. Leon is of the opinion that they have the necessary experience and equipment to do this type of project. As I say, I reviewed all of the proposals. The only real duty that I had was to see whether or not American asphalt was, their proposal was in order, and it is in order. So I have no objection to your following Leon's recommendation.
Council, any questions on the project?
Are they gonna do only one, area, or how many streets are gonna be doing?
It's, Adams Avenue.
A whole entire Adams?
No, the midsection, I guess you could call it, where, Councilwoman Montez lives in, on that little section right there. And then Polk, where you come into the top of Victory Gardens, come off Monroe, that section of Polk up into Washington Avenue.
So it's in front of Valerie's house?
$7,000.
So
Not
is
even a whole half a street.
Either one, they're both little streets.
does it include Valerie's house? Cause you said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do this, don't go over the steps though.
Please.
How does that get measured on the amount of money they pay? It go by fee or?
No, it goes by the amount of, I'll tell you how they do that.
How do they figure the amount of money?
It's broken down into the amount of material they have to use. Now, it starts off with mobilization and general work, topsoil and other restoration, curb repointing, miscellaneous work, street sweeping, saw cutting, for the lump sum of $3,200. Then they go milling to a 2-inch depth at the price of $6.25 per square yard. That's 19.
Sounds like you're buying carpeting.
Right. Removal of pavement, 4 inches deep, $10 per square yard, and that's $1,600. And it breaks down. The asphalt, it's $100 per ton, it's $4,000, and so on down. They break everything down. And I believe the specs are drawn up by.
How long will this take for them to do that?
How long should it take them to do
Yeah.
it? I would say within 2 weeks, they should have done both streets. Depending on what the weather's
I'm
like.
trapped in my house.
Nah, you should be able to get out.
All right, I will notify them of the award, and I will notify the others.
Does it have to be voted on?
Yes, we
Yeah,
do. We have, I need
I'm
a,
assuming the vote will go as I said, as recommended.
I need a motion to award the project on Polk Ave and Hannah's Ave to American Asphalt and Milling Services for the amount of $77,643
And 38 cents.
and 38 cents.
That's for the coffee, right?
I won't even get your cup of coffee.
Yes.
Tea bag.
I'll need a motion.
There's a motion for American Asphalt paving for the project of Adam and Polk Avenue paving.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Cheatham? Yes. Councilman West?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hedgepath?
Yes.
Councilwoman White?
Yes.
Councilman Lorenzo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Garcia Montez?
Abstain.
Okay, old business. Puppy mill ordinance.
Bill said that his office was supposed to send something over to me.
Yeah, it was prepared by me, it was sent out. Essentially, it says that we have prohibited uses in one of the sections of the code. It goes from A to Z. And I said there should be a Z1. No puppy mills are allowed, and I identified puppy mills as a business which raises, breeds, and sells puppies to the public. It's outlawed. It's not permitted. I mean, that's the sense that I got when I spoke to Deb. I mean, it's entirely up to you to decide what you want to outlaw.
Well, he didn't want them to bring puppies from a puppy mill and sell them here. Not necessarily that the store would have a puppy mill, but that somebody else would have a puppy mill and then sell them to the store. That's what.
Well, that's up to him. He can say, no, I don't want to deal with you.
Yeah.
I don't think you can exclude puppies that are raised in a puppy mill from being sold if we don't have control of the puppy mill.
But the puppy mill may be out west somewhere. That's the.
Well, you know, I'll draft whatever you want, but the issue is that it's going to be different. Who's going to enforce that kind of ordinance. So we're not gonna know where the puppies come from.
Right.
If he doesn't wanna
Yeah.
deal with the
Right.
puppy mill,
Right.
it's up to
Right.
him not to deal with the puppy mill.
Yeah, I think didn't he say he didn't want any pet stores at all or something? Is that what Randolph did? I don't know.
Well, I'm reading, Leon's letter here, response, I guess it was questioned, as to the structure basically in the operation. It didn't say, you know, what they could sell or where they could get it from, but it makes no sense. If he's gonna sell puppies, he's gonna sell puppies.
Right.
If he'll know where they come from. If he doesn't wanna deal with the puppy mill, doesn't do it. What the ordinance that I drafted said no puppy mills in the city, in the borough.
Right.
Mhm.
I don't think we should sell them here.
Yeah, I think
We're not
what
gonna-
the gentleman was, he didn't want them being sold here.
Well, it's gonna be
I
his
don't-
store. He's not gonna, he won't contract with those people that have puppy mills.
So we can put probably an ordinance, on anyone that wants to open.
He could say that, but we can't say that.
We can't tell him.
No, we can't tell him where he can get it
Right,
from.
okay.
Mhm.
Now, what about the Board of Health? Did he get back to us?
No, I haven't heard back from them on that one,
No.
but I do have them, getting back to me about the application coming to the planning board for the dog daycare,
It's the dogs.
over here where Liberty Mortgage used to be.
Oh, at least I know that location.
Oh, that's coming in here now?
Well,
What
they're
if-
coming before the planning board wanting to open a business.
I want to go there. Is they keep that out?
So, you'll make sure I get the puppy mill ordinance, so I can give a copy to
Yeah,
everybody?
you'll probably get it tomorrow.
Okay.
And that'll be
First I
V1.
heard of that.
Well, it's up to you to make it whatever you want. That's only my thoughts. I
Yeah,
don't
that
know
would be
if
perfect.
it embraces all the things.
It's already in our ordinance.
Maybe we should wait for the Board of Health also, have it ready for the
No,
next
I
meeting.
don't have enough time. If you just, I want two big planning board meetings. When?
Okay.
No, that's not gonna get.
And the last item on old business is a letter from past fire department members.
Yeah, Phil.
Yeah, you sent that to me and I could not find it. What, and I read it. What was it about?
When they went over to New York, during 9/11,
Right,
and
17 years ago.
I guess some of the members that went, or could have been all of them, were in body for them to go. But I do remember John Plovitz, who was our mayor at the time, talking to them and saying it was okay for them to go. But I don't believe it was ever brought before the council. Now that they're getting sick, they wanna be able to, and I had something here, Fran, I can't find it.
Well, if we never took any official action on it, authorizing them to go.
Compensation fund, it helps the
Oh,
ones that are
yeah,
sick.
but what do you need to?
I think they just
apply?
need to say
To
that
verify that.
we gave them the okay to go.
Well, you can, I had
But you'll have to find that thing I sent you.
Well, that's a lot. She can't put people on my desk list.
Well, if the mayor at that time said that they can go, and they're getting sick because of that, I think that we should be able to send that letter to them.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know who to send it to.
They know, I'm sure, that's why
Well,
they asked Debbie.
See, Phil, if you can, find that.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Does that make the borough responsible for it?
No,
No, there's
who-
a compensation fund set up.
Yeah, who, do you remember whose names were on it? Any name you can contact?
Well, Kevin Nunn came to me.
Uh-huh,
He's the past fire person that came to me
uh-huh.
and said that they wanted to see if they could get this,
Well, wouldn't we have to know who they are?
well, yeah, they would be able to tell us who they are,
Well, I
yeah.
think that's what we have to, if you want, I'll call Kevin if you give me his number,
Mhm.
I can reach him and find out.
And this is the only thing I found in the fire department file.
Workers' comp.
And that's just about the fund itself. You know, if that helps Jenny, I don't know if it will or not.
No, this is not it.
Okay. Now, this other thing you gave me, well, we have to discuss the case with Valerie.
Discuss anything.
No, you have to tell us what was
The
done in
judge
court.
said, I had a trial with Valerie on Tuesday, was it Tuesday?
We're finished with the
Monday.
victim compensation fund now, right?
Yeah, Phil's gonna try to talk to Kevin Nunn
Okay.
and see what they exactly want.
I had a trial, we had a trial on, what's that, Tuesday? I guess it was on Friday. Yeah, last Friday in Morris County Superior Court. And, it's an interesting way that you appeal a municipal ordinance or a municipal decision. There's no testimony taken. The testimony is the transcript of the trial that happened below. We won, but the judge was concerned with the couple of the costs. She was fined $1,250, and the judge wanted to know if that was in our ordinance. And it's not in our ordinance, except to say that any violation of any ordinance, it can run from up to $100 to $1,250. And it's in the judge's discretion to decide what to do. Now, this Superior Court judge can have his own opinion, so he may adjust that. Also, there was a bill for Barry, and it was agreed that she is an employee and she's not allowed to charge extra for going to court. With Leon Hall, it was different. He's allowed to charge for going to court, and his bill was something like $2,500. Then there was the bill from the Denver Line Company for $900 to sign. Deborah Evans of Fillet certifies as follows: I am the Borough Clerk Administrator of the Borough of Hickory Gardens. I am fully familiar with the above violating reads as follows: no person shall unnecessarily obstruct any sidewalk, street, or public place in the borough with any kind of vehicle, boxes, lumber, wood, or any other thing. But the provisions of this section shall not prevent persons who are building from temporarily occupying such portion of the sidewalk, street, or public place where a building permit has been properly issued. The judge found that she was unequivocally guilty of blocking or obstructing traffic. She was issued a summons by the zoning officer, Barry Palumbo, on November 23rd, 2016, and was found guilty in the Dover Joint Municipal Court on March 22nd. The conviction was upheld. However, Judge Hubner questioned the fine of $1,250, the fee of Barry Palumbo, $1,275, Anderson and Densler Associates, $2,054, and the proposal for the line removal of the Denver line painting, $900. I submit this certification at the request of the borough attorney. Chapter 1.5 of the general penalty, which is set forth in accordance with state statute, reads: for violation of any provision of this code or other ordinance of the borough of Hickory Gardens, unless a specific penalty is otherwise violated, the maximum penalty upon the conviction of the violation shall be one or more of the following: imprisonment in county jail by the municipality for the detention or any other facility provided by the municipality of up to 90 days, a fine not exceeding $1,250, or by community service not exceeding more than 90 days. The minimum penalty is $100, and it has some other language in there. Then I explained to the judge, accordingly, the fine of $1,250 was levied within the discretion of the presiding judge. The costs attendant to the fine, $33, is mandated by court procedures. Barry Palumbo is a full-time employee of the borough and is not paid any sums in excess of her salary. Leon Hall's bill of $2,054 was appropriate and in order, as he is paid for his services as they are performed. He is not salaried by the borough. The proposal from Denville Line Painting, $900, is a cost incurred by the borough. And then she certifies that all these statements are true. Now, Debbie mentioned to me that Leon said that he felt, or he suggested that we didn't have to collect the $900 for the Denville Line Painting because that's gonna be
That section of Adams is gonna get done in the spring.
it's gonna get done,
repainted.
and it's gonna be relined, and that's part of the cost that we have to pay. So it's really up to the borough whether you want me to push for the $1,250 fine or the $900 for the painting, or well, we can't really ask the court to change Leon's bill. That's his bill. So that's really up to you.
But we
guys.
already paid for the painting, right, down there,
No,
for them to do it over now?
No.
no,
Oh, so
no.
it wasn't done?
So we had gotten the estimate from Denville Line,
Mhm.
and they said $900, but they never did it because this was going on, and we couldn't do it until after the case was,
Yeah, so it
Done.
wasn't done, so I'd say take that $900 off.
right.
Right.
Mhm.
And probably,
There.
that, we could probably have Valerie do it for much less.
That's the community service.
Yeah, right. Alright, so remove the 900, but then, and Phil, what about your bills? Because you've had to go to court on this,
All right, I'll put it in.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, should the borough pay for it, or should, you know, it's
Well,
gotta get
I'll
money
put it.
back?
No,
We should
you
pay
shouldn't
for
pay
it.
for it.
Right.
Pay for it.
All right, I'll put that in.
So you'll have to put yours in and take the
Right.
Denville line out, and then if
Okay.
you do that, as long as council gives.
You know, except, one thing,
It depends
yeah, I
on
may
your
not be able
fees.
to do it,
Your
because
fees.
the judge below didn't, well, there were no attorney's fees
Right.
at that point, because,
And then if you can get it back to me, I can
yeah,
sign off
okay, I'll
on
have to
it.
fix it all up.
Council okay with me signing off on that?
You're the boss.
Okay, I'd like
Sign
a
off
motion,
once Bill corrects.
I'd like a
it.
motion that our administrator signs off once.
And the certification is as stated, except Denville Line Painting comes out and, the attorney's bill goes in.
Do you have an estimate on your bill?
That,
It's
$859.
about $2,500.
Oh,
This case started, the appeal
Yes,
was
16.
started in December of 2017.
yeah. Right.
so you get some new snow tires this year.
All right. so-
Okay, I need a motion.
That's less than what I paid for.
That's a motion.
Let me correct that. I think the bill is over $5,000. I just prepared the bill, I mailed it over to Debbie. The bill is
Okay,
over,
get that
there
down.
was about, 30 hours of work at $175 an hour.
And we're gonna get it? I don't-
Yeah,
This is for those couple of years, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
We got a motion?
So those couple of years that you were doing all this work and billing us, we already paid.
No, I didn't bill you on this.
Oh, okay.
You were never billed on this.
Yeah.
You were billed on another case we had about Valerie, when she tried to sue us, and she filed it out of time.
Mhm.
So you have a motion?
We have a motion.
Okay.
We need a second.
Second.
That's cheap.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Cheatham, abstain. Councilman Glass.
Yes.
Councilwoman Hitchpath.
Yes.
Councilwoman White.
Yes.
Councilman Lorenzo.
Abstains.
Councilwoman Garcia Montez.
Abstain.
Okay, so that's very maybe break the tie.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, one other thing I just need to mention, we just got paperwork from, the and you can start filing on, March 30th.
What's the final date?
You can start filing on March 30th,
And what's
and you
the,
have to have it in no later than April 30th.
do you have the, internet address for that? Because you do it online.
Yeah, it's, www.fes.
It's already there.
FES.NJ.
Financial disclosure.
What is it, Debbie? www.fes?
.NJ.
And I think you have to have your pin from last year.
Yes. Because I don't know.
So I have to
Yeah,
pay
you
so
have to.
$250 and
Did everybody get the website? You got the website?
I forgot, a year ago.
We'll have to do it, after, once we do it.
Okay.
When's it due, Debbie?
It's due by April 30th.
April the 30th.
Just remind us again this time, please, so that way we refresh ourselves.
Mhm.
I don't wanna forget this time.
I know they're ridiculous.
$250 phone.
Well, I mean, that was the lowest thing way, but there was a report for $400.
Okay, I need
Lower it down.
I need a motion to open the meeting to the public.
A motion to open our meeting to the public.
All in favor?
Aye.
I wanted to ask you
Your
about.
name?
James
and address?
15 Franklin Road. In regards to Lorraine retiring,
Can hear.
she only gets paid $7,700 a year.
Talking about it.
Why would you want to pay someone more
Still can't hear you.
if they're coming in to replace her? Because if anybody has the experience, Lorraine does. I don't think anybody has more experience than she does.
She's retiring.
I know, but you're the employer, you're paying $7,700. You don't have somebody walk in the door saying, I want this. Because you're the one has a budget that you have to work with. It doesn't matter if we've added the budget, we have more money. But I think it's so ridiculous to pay somebody, $9,000 when, why didn't you give that to Lorraine? She's got more experience than anybody you're gonna bring in the door. Lawyer usually says, well, this is what we got budgeted.
And that's what we did, she did ask for a lot more than what we're doing.
Yeah, but you don't negotiate against yourself.
Well, this is the thing, how many people applied for the job?
Apples, we're a small
We
municipality.
actually are,
Compare us to another town that's similar.
and I did.
Okay, well, maybe you can enlighten us on who that was. Saturday and Sunday, because the Daily Record, if you don't get, Saturday, Sunday delivery, you're not gonna know about it. Some people only get Monday through Friday. I get 7 days a week.
Right, a good
I'm old
majority.
people.
Most of the people don't even look at the paper
Well,
Monday through
how do you
Friday.
know?
Cause I'm one of them.
How do you know? Did you take a survey? Anyway, League of Municipalities, I believe did advertise for free. I don't know why you didn't explore that. So there was nobody that was done underhandedly or rejected. And then they were awarded, yeah, I checked some other towns and they do it that way.
Well, that doesn't make everybody.
But I mean,
No,
we're a small town. How many times do you put stuff out for bid?
No, but there's no regulation that says, because generally, it takes time to study the bid and see if it meets all the requirements.
Well, it's the same with the garbage contracts. You award it.
It's reviewed, don't award it subject.
Well, that's what I remember from the last one.
Right.
And I know you're gonna be talking about your budget coming up. The county had just, so maybe you might wanna rethink that. And in regards to Debbie supposedly getting $4,000 increase when she completes her, clerk class training. I mean, I don't know what, it's not like we have to appoint a municipal clerk. Debbie's here, she's not going nowhere, probably won't go anywhere for a few more years.
We don't know that.
Right, but we have to wait until she announces it. You don't go and put the cart before the horse. So why are you budgeting $4,000 towards Debbie to give her just because she took this class?
Maybe it's an incentive for her to stay.
She could leave tomorrow after
That's
the
right.
board ranks.
That's right.
She can come back and say, no, I don't want 4, I want
Mhm.
4 more. What are you gonna do, cave in and give it to her?
Didn't say that, did I?
It's basically what she's saying now. She'll give me $4,000 more when I complete my class.
No, she didn't say that at all.
There's a lot of things she didn't say.
She didn't ask
wasn't
for it.
here.
She
The
didn't.
CFO was recommending all this because it seemed like he was the advocate for the employee, not for the borough. He's supposed to be looking out for our finances, not representing the employee.
He's looking out for our well-being.
Not when he's recommending giving a raise to somebody.
Well, it's not an us against them. I mean, the employees are our employees. We wanna keep them happy, we wanna keep them here.
Yeah, that's fine.
But they could leave
But-
at any time, too.
But you
Of course
have,
they can leave.
you have nothing
Is
to
there
do.
any type of stipulation after she gets her certificate and the $4,000 that, she can't leave for 3 years? If she does leave within those 3 years, that she has to pay for her schooling? Or the borough pays for the schooling? Cause she could leave at any time. Of course. So that would be
She'd come
looking
back
out
here
for
a
our
lot more
town.
money.
Well,
But it's not like you have to hire her, she's not gonna be your municipal clerk this year. Because Debbie's not going nowhere. And $4,000, I believe, is half of your tax point, because I believe Bill Schroeder said, what was it, 7,500 is one tax
Mhm.
point? $4,000 is almost a little over half. If you don't put that in your budget, that's half of the tax point you don't have to put towards the residents. That's why I'm saying, you really need to think about this a little bit more, instead of handing out raises like it's candy.
Thank you for your opinion, John.